The first series of tests is performed before removing the cable from the spool. If a break or damage is detected during the tests, return the heating cable to the original place of purchase. Test 1 is to check the heating cable conductor resistance. This test is required for warranty coverage. Connect an ohm meter or multimeter to the heating cable power leads to determine the conductor resistance. Verify that the measured resistance is within 10% of the factory resistance value printed on the spool. Record the factory value and reading in the log. Test 2 is to check for continuity between the heating cable conductor and ground braid. This test is also required for warranty coverage. Connect an ohm meter or multimeter to one of the heating cable power leads and the ground braid. In a successful test, the meter will display an I for infinity, or OL for overload. This means the conductor is not touching the ground braid. Record the reading in the log. Test 3 is to check the heating cable conductor insulation. Connect a megohm meter set to 1000 volts to one of the heating cable power leads and the ground braid. The resistance measurement must be greater than 1 gigaohm or 1000 megaohms. Record the reading in the log. If the heating cable passes all 3 tests, it can be installed in the DITRA Heat or DITRA Heat Duo membrane. These tests will be repeated to verify the cable is not damaged during the installation process. Test the floor temperature sensors using an ohm meter or multimeter to verify accuracy. The resistance will vary according to the ambient temperature. This test is required for warranty coverage. Connect the meter to the sensor leads and compare the measurement with the expected values in the heating cable tests log. Record the actual temperature and measured resistances in the tests log. Mark where the cold lead to conductor splice will be placed. Install the splice at least 3 inches from the wall to limit risk of damage if baseboard is installed. Cut the membrane and subfloor if required, and insert the splice. Install the temperature sensors such that the tip of each sensor is located in the middle of the 3-stud spacing cable runs, at least 24 inches from the wall, no matter if the standard 3-stud cable spacing or the continuously alternating 3 2-stud cable spacing option has been used. Mark the sensor locations on the DITRA Heat matting. Temporarily remove the heating cable from the area and cut the matting to accommodate the sensors. Replace the heating cable once the cutting is complete. Place the floor temperature sensors where the matting has been cut. It may be necessary to temporarily secure the sensors to the floor with thin-set mortar or another adhesive, such as Curdy-Fix or hot glue. For both 120 and 240 volt applications, the standard spacing between cable runs is 3 studs or 3 5/8 inch. Cable may also be spaced at continuously alternating 3-stud, 2-stud intervals in isolated areas or over the entire floor. This practice may be desirable to increase heat output or to consume more cable length in a given area. Fasten a metal protection plate at the base of the wall to help prevent damage to the cables if a baseboard will be installed. The installation of the heating cable and floor temperature sensors is now complete. This video demonstrates the installation of the DITRA Heat E-RT thermostat. The DITRA Heat E-Wi-Fi thermostat is installed in the same manner. As a reminder, the power supply must be shut off and all electrical connections, including grounding the heating cable, must be made by a qualified electrician, according to the electrical and building codes effective in your region. Remove the back cover clip. Remove the faceplate from the thermostat power base by loosening the screw and tilting the thermostat upward. Loosen the screws until they stop. Insert the electrical line wires into the line terminals from the top. Refer to the back of the thermostat for proper wiring configuration. Secure the wires by tightening the screws. Insert the heating cable conductors into the load terminals from the bottom. Since there is no polarity, either heating cable conductor can be connected to either load terminal. Secure the conductors by tightening the screws. Replace the back cover clip. For ease of installation, we have formed the electrical line wires into an M or accordion shape. This will make it easier to fold them neatly into the electrical box. Fold the wires into the electrical box. Thread the floor temperature sensors through the opening at the bottom right of the thermostat power base. Align and secure the thermostat power base to the electrical box. Strip the ends of the floor temperature sensors to expose the wires for ease of installation. Insert the floor temperature sensor wires into terminals C and D. Tighten the screws to secure the wires. Note that the floor temperature sensor wires have no polarity and can be interchanged between terminals C and D. Both sensors are installed, while only one is connected to the thermostat. In this case, if the first sensor is damaged, then the second sensor can be easily connected to the thermostat without removing tiles and secured to the power base. The power, heating cable, and floor temperature sensor connections are now complete. Finish the installation by replacing the thermostat faceplate and tightening the screw at the bottom of the unit. Remove the protective film from the face of the thermostat.